Hi friends, it's Peggy Noe from PrettyPaperCards.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I'm here today to demonstrate the baby wipe technique. It's a particularly great technique to use for fall leaves. And I recently made this card using the baby wipe technique on the leaves, and I think they turned out so nice, so I wanted to show you how to do that. And today we're going to use the same stamp set that I used for that card, and that is the Stampin' Up! Soft Seedlings Stamp Set. It's in the July to December Stampin' Up! Mini Catalog, and I think it's just beautiful. So I've got my stamp already mounted on the E block. It's kind of a large stamp, so I'm ready to go. And I've got a silicone mat here to protect my desk and some graph paper. I'm going to use a scrap of basic white cardstock to stamp on. And let's go ahead and get our baby wipes out. You can use any type of baby wipe. These happen to be the Kleenex ones. I think they're not quite as moist as maybe they should be. We've had a lot of dry weather. Well, today is dry-ish, and I think that they're not quite as moist as I would like. But we're going to add some ink from Ink Refills. So you just use the ink refills that you choose. And I'm going to use Daffodil Delight, which is yellow, and I'm going to put actually quite a bit on. And I'm going to use some pale papaya, which is a light colored, a beautiful light colored orange, and I just think that's so pretty. I'm really going to put it there in the center. And then I'm going to use some pumpkin pie more out on the edges. Now you may not need to put quite as much as I am because my little wipe was dry-ish. That's why I used so much. Now I'm going to go ahead and rest my stamp on there. And you don't want to move your stamp all over the place. Basically what we have here is our own ink pad from the baby wipe. So I'm just going to tap a few times to get ink right on that stamp, and then we're going to come over here on our basic white cardstock and stamp that on there. Now, depending on the colors you use, you can get lighter or darker, and you can see here the pale papaya is in the center, the Daffodil Delight is on the edges, and the pumpkin pie is in the center, and the pumpkin pie is on the edges. Let's try another one. We're going to set that off to dry. Let's try another one, and I'm going to add more pale papaya in the center. I'm going to add some more of that and see if I can't get more of that color because it's so pretty. Okay, now let's do it again, setting our stamp on there, and we're going to tap a few times kind of right in the same spot, and now we'll stamp, and we'll give it a few minutes so the ink can soak in there. Oh, that one turned out beautifully. Similar, but just a little bit differently. And I think those are just so pretty. They're light. Now we could add more color. Let's do a third one just for fun, just because we can. And this time let's add more pumpkin pie on the inside. We could get a brand new wipe, but I'm going to go ahead and just do it this way. And I'm going to add more Daffodil Delight out here on the edges, and we'll just see what that does. Let's just try that. And we'll just lay this down and pat. You want to stay kind of in the same place and get a lot of ink on there. And then we'll move to our paper. We're going to let it sit a few minutes while I'm pressing down hard so it really absorbs. Ooh, that one came out really nice, didn't it? Look how pretty that one is. See all the different looks that you can get? And I just kept the same little baby wipe and just added my colors in different areas. And there are the little seedlings. Beautiful. And we could definitely do this and just add this to the front of a card, couldn't we? Or you can cut it out. These do not have dies, so you would fussy cut. And I fussy cut a few earlier, but I guess I don't know where those are. But that is how I did these. And you can see on these, I used some Flirty Flamingo on these, but I actually used it all up. But look at how gorgeous. And I curled those up a little bit with my bone folder, and I adhered them just with one or two Stampin' Dimensionals in the center. So you could definitely do the same thing with this baby wipe technique. And look at these pretty leaves that we have. I think we've done a really nice job. And I'm going to go cut these out and create a card. So thank you so much for stopping by today, and I hope you've learned a little something, and you can now use the baby wipe technique. If you've enjoyed this video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Pretty Paper Cards. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.